What's up, y'all? Terrell Friday here at FutureDDS.
Tyler Brown here at FutureDDS.
And today, we're giving you our top 10 dental school interview tips. Let's go. So if this is your first time visiting our channel, Tyler and I, we basically put these videos out to help pre-dentists get into school, as well as show a little bit of our experience going through dental school. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit pause, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know whenever we post some new content, and might as well just go and hit the like button too.
Might as well.
Hit the like button.
Go ahead. All right, so interview season is coming, and all we want here at FutureDDS is for y'all to crush your interviews. So today, we're gonna present to you all our top 10 tips on how to crush your dental school interviews.
All right, y'all, so tip number 1. Make sure you're doing mock interviews with a friend or mentor or someone. You don't want to go into an interview cold, and it's always good to, get a little experience saying what you'll actually be saying in your interview, from introduction to answering some simple basic interview questions.
Quick pro tip, most frequently asked question, why do you want to become a dentist? Tip number 2, get to the city a day early just to kind of get a feel of the area. Because who knows, you might not even want to be in that area, so you definitely want to fill out everything and see if it's somewhere that you can call home for the next 4 years.
Tip number 3, you're going to be getting interviewed by most likely dental students and dental faculty members at the school you're going to be attending. So make sure you have really good questions to ask them. You want to know exactly what you're getting yourself into if you decide to go to school there.
And asking good questions helps you stand out.
Very true.
Tip number 4, make sure to reach out to students who actually go to the school to see what to kind of expect. This will carry you a long way, believe it or not. And honestly, if you don't know anybody at the school, you can always check out our FutureDDS Dental School Experience series, where we interviewed a student from every single dental school in the entire US. So go check that out. There's a lot of tips in there that I'm sure y'all will enjoy.
Yeah, we'll make sure we'll put the link in the bottom for y'all. Tip number 5, probably one of my most important tips. I say, relax. R-E-L-A-X, relax. You don't want to go into your interview too stressed out, feeling a little anxious. Obviously, if you got an interview, the school's very interested in you. So just go in, be calm, and relax. Take a deep breath. You got this.
Got it. All right, so tip number 6 is a huge one, y'all. Make sure to always be authentic. Don't go in there being the student that you think the school wants to see. Be the student that you are, because that's who they want to see.
That's what they want in their school, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all
understand.
Tip number 7, make sure you know everything that's on your resume and your application. Once you get into that interview, they're liable to ask you anything about anything you presented to them. So you should be very thorough on everything you've done and be able to speak on any experience you've had and have documented on your resume or on your application.
All right, y'all, so tip number 8, make sure to be unique, but also be cautious. So what do I mean by this? You always want to make sure that somebody remembers who you are. So I still remember this one guy from my interview. They asked everybody a question. They said, give us one specific thing or one special thing about you. Everybody gave the typical answers, but this one guy stood up and he said, one interesting fact about me, I made my first million when I was 17. I was like, whoa! And I still remember this. And we all looking at him.
Like,
and it
mind blown.
was crazy. But it was even funnier because it was a joke. So he was able to surprise everybody and then hit him with like a hook to make everybody laugh. So, doing little things like this, but also be cautious not to go too far with this and say something that's inappropriate, because you always do have to remember you're in a professional setting. So you want to, tread lightly. Number 9, make sure that you lean on your resources. If you know anybody from the school, reach out to them, contact them, and honestly, try to even meet up with them on your interview day. We've had some of our followers, shout out to y'all, who came and interviewed at Tufts. They will reach out to us, and if we were able to, coordinate our schedules, we definitely met up. So that was awesome, and of course, if we had any type of opportunity to, bring them up in any type of situation, of course we did, because we knew them personally. So everybody, make sure you do that. Reach out to your connections, leverage the relationships that you have.
Tip number 10, and I guess this is more of a tip for after the interview. It's definitely important to follow up with your interview, but it's also important to not be a hindrance or be a nuisance to, the admissions faculty and staff. You hear stories of people that send 10 emails in a week and call, and then their parents call, and then they call, and it's not worth all of that. You kind of leave a negative or sour taste. and the people who actually interview, if they had a positive, feeling about you after the interview. Yep. Definitely be confident about what you presented and how you presented yourself that day. Obviously follow up and be professional, but don't be a nuisance. Don't get to the point where you're actually bothering people and, leaving a negative mark on yourself.
All right, y'all, so those are our top 10 tips. Honestly, like, y'all got this. Y'all been preparing for this, and it's really not as deep as you're making it to be. Like, do not psych yourself out. We promise you. Most dental schools, pretty much all dental schools, from what we've heard, are very friendly during the interview. And like Terrell said earlier, they want you there. Always keep that in your mind. Even when you're getting ready in the morning, they want me there. They want me, whatever you need to do, give yourself positive affirmations to make sure that you go into the interview confident and make sure you crush it.
Yep, definitely. I mean, when you look around, it's about 10 people that come on each interview out of thousands and thousands and thousands of applications that they get every year. So you've obviously done something right to this point. You've gotten through undergrad, if you've done a master's, you've gotten through that. If you worked a job, you've gotten through that. Like, you have experiences that have got you in this position. So just, take full advantage of the opportunity that you have in front of you and just go crush it, man. Y'all here for a reason. But all right, y'all, that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, we always love the support and appreciate the support that you guys give to us. We love all the comments. And of course, like Tyler said, we have a bunch of videos that you guys have requested that are soon to come. They're on the way.
y'all got us working.
They're on the way, they're on the way. But again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. And if you haven't already, go over to Instagram, follow us at _FutureDDS. You can send us a DM, ask us any questions that you might have, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as we can. But that's gonna be it.
That's it.
All right, y'all, see y'all next week.